This is my 1955 Buick Special. I just put a motor in it about a few weeks ago, and right now it's open head. It really needs exhaust on it. So I like the way the car sounds, just open header, it sounds good, but I need to really route the exhaust system just out to the side. I did try doing this previously and the carb was so low and I didn't really have any shocks, so it kind of ripped it out. We're gonna try it again without ripping the exhaust out of the car. Is that it? I think that's, no, that's the fuel tank. Okay, it didn't fold in half, so that's good. I mean, sure. I think what I'm gonna do first is go ahead and unbolt my collectors. That's about all I really did to the exhaust since I put it on. I do have, just like I said, open headers on the car. I got collectors down on the bottom. They're like by like 2 1/4, I think. So I'm gonna unbolt those. So I basically got like the cheapest exhaust kit I could get for the car. I mostly bought it because I needed like really tight bends. So since the car's so low, I can't just use like 90-degree elbows on the front to go to the back, because that's how I ripped it out last time. The car's too low. So I'm hoping using these 180-degree bends should help out a lot. I believe the kit came with, of course, 280-degree bends, 2 90s, 2 45s, and 2, I think, 3-foot section pieces of pipe. Now, I thought about putting these 2 little cherry bombs on that I have left over from a previous project, but I haven't quite decided if I want to do that or not. I could use the back pressure on the car, but I like the way it sounds. I'm curious to see how it sounds with nothing on there, but I might put those on just to see if the car will run a little bit better. If I don't like them, I can always take them off and just put different mufflers on it or something. I think the plan is to shoot it right out the side. I don't want to do anything super fancy. Something quick, easy, and cost effective. Alright, so like I said, I had just some collectors on it that I previously just kind of welded on there. I think what I want to do is take these off. We're gonna probably cut them right here. Or I have another set of flanges. We can cut one of the 180s in half and see how much of a bend we can get on here. What I don't like about it is this one's pointing towards the front of the car and that one's pointing towards the back. So that one's a lot easier to deal with because it's already pointing towards the back of the car. But this side of the car is gonna be a bit more of a challenge. So let's go ahead and unbolt these and figure something out. Okay, that took longer than I really wanted it to take, so let me explain this a little bit better. I'm going to take these, cut those 180s in half, and pretty much just going to eliminate the whole collector situation. So then all we're going to do is I'm going to go bolt these on. We'll cut that 180 in half. I'll set it up on there. Mark it with a marker so we know where we want it. Weld it up, and then hopefully when we get those bolted on, then I could probably put the glass back cherry bombs on, and then hopefully we have enough piping to go out the sides. It's a little off. I've seen worse. It's fine to clean these up a little bit. Man, that's a pretty good sized gap in there. I have to really weld that sucker up. All right, let's bolt these on. Kinda mark these with a marker, or I might even just tack them on the car, take them off, and then fully weld them up. Not sure what's gonna work best here. I'll make it work. Don't worry, we'll figure this out. I'm just a guy who's trying to build a hot rod on a budget on a weekend with what he's got. And what I got, the cheapest exhaust kit I could on the internet, because I don't want to spend $1,000 to have my exhaust done. I thought I'll probably just go down straight to the back and then 45 out. Shoot, I need it like that. Well, crap, we might have to use these 90s after all. Slam B. Problem I had last time was they were super long. I had to make goofy cuts to make this work. But these are a little bit better tubing than what I had before, so maybe this might work better. But let me grind these down. I have to cut one of these at like a weird angle to be able to get this to bolt on like that. So let's clean this up. Let's rethink this here, because this is not working the way I thought it would. Go ahead and just speed through this. Let's cut one of these up and see how that's going to fit instead. That was actually the best cut I did all day. That's like almost perfect. Let's go ahead and test fit this, and then I might be able to actually use this as a template. Oh no. Oh no. I cut the wrong side. I needed to cut it this way, not this way. That was like such a perfect cut too. Let me just cut this thing and I'll get back to you guys. I'm getting really tired of doing this. Okay, I got the piece cut out, I think in the right area. We're gonna go ahead and try to tack this on and just kind of see where we're at with it. Looks pretty good to me right there. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. I can make another one on the other side quick. There she goes. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, this is completely not what I had in mind, but that's what we're gonna have to go with to work with. I think I might be able to break one of these welds, close this gap up, and try to weld it. I think that might be my best bet, because this right here, totally unacceptable. So we're gonna have to try to close that gap some. Let's just see how much of this we can gap weld. Well, it ain't the most prettiest weld, but it'll work. I mean, I've seen worse, okay? It's not like booger snot put it on, but we'll clean it up. As long as it seals, that's fine. But there we go. Certified gap welder. Something like that, I think. I don't want to get this super tight yet until I know exactly where I want it. Let's go grab that straight piece. Okay. That's better. It's still gonna hit. Oh gosh, it's still so freaking close. So here's the issue I got, because I got this how I want it, but the straight piece or even the cherry bomb is the worst. It'll hit the cross brace for the transmission mount, and it's gonna be pointing down. And this car already sits so low as it is. I'm worried about bottoming out and having to repeat it last time and just ripping my whole exhaust system out. So I could weld all this up, take a jack on that end, grease this piece just a little bit, or I can hammer the shit out of it to dimple it, then put it on. And how about putting the 45 and shooting it out the side? I could go get like some cheap tip. Let me put the 45 on it and see what this looks like then, because we still need to put some hangers on it somehow. Now I know how well the other side's gonna match up, because the headers are different. Yeah, I could make this work. We could weld this all up. I could jack it up and bend it, and then I could just shoot it out the side with like another 1 foot piece. I might do this. I really want to know what it sounds like. Let's get the jack underneath here. Let's jack that up and then see what we can do to shoot the piece like right here out the side. Yeah, that might work. Shoot, I'm okay with even just not having tips on it quite yet. Wow, I'm really starting to like that. That's not bad. I'm sure you guys can see this kind of in person. All right, you know what? Let's tack that. Let's just tack it in place and let's weld it up. Get it kind of tacked in. I can always put an exhaust clamp like up here against the frame rail if I had to. I think I have my old hanger somewhere along here. And then we can start doing the other side and just see what it sounds like. I'm okay driving it like this for a while. I can always put cherry bomb on the back. And my biggest concern is bottoming out. I really hope I don't. It might become really, really close though. Let's take this off now. Wow, that's a ringer in the ear. I could always run a clamp on that. I can just kind of hang there for a minute. Now, if I do this side, bad of a bend are we gonna have to do over here? This is where I think the 180 might actually work. So maybe that wasn't a waste cutting those up. Here's the other thing, is this pipe's pointed forward about an inch. The other side is pointed back. So they're doing this, which is really weird. I've never seen that on tight fit headers before. So it's just a certain brand I got. I really don't know. I'm not gonna put lock washers on it quite yet. I can always go back and do that. Okay. Alright, so now we need an elbow. Well, I might be able to cut this one too. I need to go this way. Make sure I actually cut the right side this time. Cut it right here. I'll cut this off. So let's cut that. Before I go too far, let's test fit one of these actually, because if I have the perfect cut, I might as well just use it. I say we cut an inch off, and we'll see if we can reuse this. That 180. I just want to trim just like an inch off of this thing all the way around. Alright, not bad. Okay, I could probably work with that. Alright, let's tack this side in. Third tack. I don't want to break this thing off like I did the other. Ah, I'm blind. That one actually turned out a lot better than the other side. This is going a lot faster than I thought. So I'm gonna weld this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and once I weld it up, I'm gonna just grind all these down. I'm gonna get rid of this because that little lip is no bueno. Alright, that's all welded up now. I'll go ahead and bolt this thing on. Just kind of figure out where I need to put my straight pipe. I think for now I kind of want to just run straight pipes just to see how it is. If it's too cackly, then we might put it on the cherry bombs. And I'll probably end up making it where I can just bolt it, unbolt it, so I can do whatever I want with it. Yeah, where are we at now? Alright, that needs to come way the hell left. See what that looks like right down the center. As straight as possible. Probably not gonna be perfect. I mean, it's not perfect at all. I mean, if anything, the right side's gonna hang a little bit lower than the left. But I think they're fairly straight back. I think I could probably push that one to the left side a little bit. I just want the ground clearance because before it was really bad and there's no way I was getting any ground clearance. Persuaded. I think that's pretty close. I'm gonna tack it there. I'll throw the 45 on and get ready to fire this up. Okay, I got everything tightened up, I think. I'm gonna go fire it up. Let's see what this thing sounds like. Give it a couple wops. I don't have any hangers on it, so I'm not gonna go crazy with it. All right, here we go. Not bad. I was expecting a little more. I'm kind of glad I didn't put the cherry bombs on there, otherwise it would have been quieter. I'm gonna run to the auto parts store. I'm gonna get some hangers and maybe a set of tips. I don't know yet. I'm gonna go do that and I'll be right back. All right, about an hour later, I think will work. I didn't find any tips, but here's my plan is I'm gonna weld these adapters on there. I'm gonna weld these to the actual exhaust. I can either go back and cut these at an angle, so give it the tip look, or I might just run with them. For now, I might just do that. So I got my 2 clamps. I got some hangers. So I'm gonna go ahead and button this up. I think what I'll do is I'll jack up the exhaust, put the clamps and everything on it, weld it up, put the hangers on there where we need it. We can relax it and then finish out the side of it. This piece is gonna go like right here. Damn it, maybe that won't work. Sticking like that. Uh-oh. Well, that is not cool, man. That is exactly what I was afraid of. Well, I can always weld it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I can always weld it. Worst case scenario, I can always take my little band sand tool and just go on the inside, just so enough where that will slide over. We'll make this work. Kind of tacked on. Let's go run this thing through the sander, the little belt grinder thing, and see what we can do about this adapter. Really don't want to butt weld that. Well, we gotta do something. I don't even have an expander tool either. Again, we're not going for looks. Some of your welding stuff. Yeah, I mean, something kind of like that. Weld it up, put the hangers on, we'll do the other side. Don't judge me, I'm blind welding right now. Ah, that looks terrible. It's fine. Well, shit. I mean, I could tack weld it to the frame, but I really don't want to do that. So after a few beers and 1 or 2 hours, I think I figured out how I want to address the exhaust hangers. There's a few holes on the frame I can probably utilize to slip a bolt through it, but I will have to either cut these hangers shorter and bend the ends of them so I have something to bolt to. I should be able to hang the exhaust clamps up. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so we're underneath the car here, and I'm thinking I want the clamps about here so they can hold up as close as we can to the frame, but I don't really have any holes to use. There's a hole right here. I might be able to slip a bolt and a washer somehow back there and then have the hanger just kind of dangle somehow back here. I'll definitely have to cut it shorter, but I think I might be able to make something work. Let me fool around with this and I'll give you guys the end result. I think I'm gonna bend it like that. There we go. I can always go back and trim it off. So yeah, something like that. So I can take that and bolt it up there. That'll be enough to hang the exhaust from. I can hang the exhaust. I can just stick a bolt nut and maybe a fender washer on there and that should work. There we go. Yeah, something like that. And then tighten it up and then that's one side down. Okay, so yeah, that side's on there, kind of, sort of. So now we gotta do the same thing over here. And great. I'll have to fix that later. I just want to drive this thing. I'm at the point where I just want to drive it. Let's get after it. She's gonna ask me where I learned that tonight. Oh, where'd you learn that? I do like to try to slant my clamps though, in case they do grind. They won't take out both the bolts. At least just one. So you don't lose your exhaust completely. Okay, it's a little more than what I wanted to stick out, but this side I like how it's almost touching. The other side seems like it's just pointing down a little bit. I'm sure I can always adjust it, or I can always take the jack, lift it up, adjust it, and do it differently. But let's get the car on the ground. Let's fire it up, see what this thing sounds like. Nothing underneath the tires, because I have a bad tendency of doing that. That's just the springs. We'll just ignore that. My door finally closed? Stuck underneath the exhaust bolt. This is the issue I had last time. Car is so low that I can't even put clamps on it. I'm gonna scrape. All right, let's fire it up, see what it sounds like. It'll work. I'll have to do something different about the clamps because I'm worried I'm gonna scrape the shit out of them coming out of the driveway of the car. It's so low. Oh, I bet it sounds so good. Oh, this is good. This is awesome. Now she sounds like a beast. sounds like.
He's yelling.
Oh my God, I didn't think it had the balls to do a burnout. I think this thing's open differential because I only got one wheel, didn't I?
Yeah, you only got one wheel.
Yeah, okay, so I think maybe we can rub the diff. Maybe. Dude, that's like over 200 feet, I swear. It sounds good. It sounds so good. I love it. I think that's gonna do it for the video. We went ahead and straight piped it. I think I'll go back and probably fix some of my welds and maybe put a different exhaust hanger on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.